Alright, so this is skills review 4. So we have the number 225.40, and we're dividing it by 5. Let's see, 40, right? Because 5 times 4 is 20. So 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 40 is 200. So I'm going to subtract here and get 25.40. I see 25. So 25 is going to be 5, right? That's going to leave me 0.40. What's half of 5? Wait, how do I get to 0.40 with 5? What times 5 equals 0.40? 0.40 is 4/10. Fine. Right, because that's what we're saying here. We're saying 5 times 5 is 25. So what times 5 is 25? So what if I thought of this? Well, this is 40, so 20. I mean, we're looking at a fraction, right? For sure. What fraction? It's like 1/10. 5 times 1/10 is 5/10. That's very close to 4/10. Hold on a second. So I have to figure this out over here. What did I say? 5 times 1/10 equals 5/10. But I'm looking for 4/10. 40 hundredths. I wonder how many hundredths. 5 times 1/100th would be 5 hundredths. Okay, wait a second. I want to get to 40 hundredths. What about 5 times 8 100ths? And 5 times 8 is, okay, 40 100ths. So over here that would be 0.8 100ths. And that's going to give me 40. That makes sense? Yeah. So then I add these together, and that would be $45.08. Okay, 8/5 minus 2/3. 8/5 minus 2/3. I use some of my workspace over here. So I'm wanting to think of 5. I have to make these common denominators. So think of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So it's going to be 15. So here I could change both of these into 15th. And so I have fifths, I changed into 15ths. That means I've cut it smaller, and I've done that 3 times. So 5 times 3 is 15, so 8 times 3 is 24. 3 times 5 is 15, so we have to do 2 times 5 is 10. And that's going to give me 14/15. Fill in the ratio table for 38, then use the information to solve the long division problem. So for every group, I have 38, so 10 groups would be 380. Because again, that number shifts down 1 spot. 5 is half of 10, so I just need to think of half of 380, which is 190. And then we have 20, which is double 10. So I need to think of double of 380, which is 760. And so it's asking me to use all of the information over here to help me solve 585 divided by 38. So 20 would be too much. Here's a 10. It's 380. We have 502, so 205. I can do this 5. Just 190. That gives me 15. So it's going to be 15 with 15 38s left over. Well, looking back up here, I had 0.40 left over, so 0.40 over fifths probably will give you 0.08. Cool. Okay. Choose the best estimate for this combination. 2/3 plus 1/4. Is it less than half, between 5/6 and 1, between half and 3/4, more than 1? Alright, so 2/3 is less than 1. It's about 1/3. It's 1/3 away from 1. We have 1/4, which is close to 1/3, but not much. So I think my answer is going to be close to 1. Certainly not going to be less than a half, because 2/3 is more than a half, and I'm adding to it, so that can't be. Between 1/2 and 3/4. Oops. Between 1/2 and 3/4. Maybe it is between 1/2 and 3/4. I don't. If I'm thinking like in decimals, this would be 0.6, 0.2, 0.8. No, it's over that. So I still feel good about this. I know it's definitely not more than 1. So it would be between these two, and I really think it's more this 5/6 than 1. And why is that the best estimate? Well, kind of like I said, I was thinking about in the terms of decimals. And I know this is 0.6 something, and this is 0.2 something, so that's 0.8, and that's over this, which is 0.75. So that's why. Write a story problem to represent the expression below, then solve your problem, show your work. So 6 divided by 1/3. So my problem could be that my snail travels 1/3 of a mile in a day. He needs to go 6 miles. How many days will it take him? So here again, if I know how many thirds of a mile are in 1 mile, how many 1/3? So that gives me 3. So that would tell me it would take him about 3 days to go 1 mile. But he's having to go 6 miles. So that's going to tell me 18 days.